I gotta, I gotta tell you the truth. Before I do, I gotta introduce myself. In case you're new here, I'm Ray of Sunshine. You and these are all my sunflowers. Chances are that somebody sent you this video, and maybe you're clueless as to what's going on here, but let me start by explaining. The way my program is set up is it's kind of based on the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so if you were to look at my playlist or my page or something like that, you would see all of that. But then what happened was when I got to the I's, and that's where we are now in the I section, the I am section, well, they're all numbered too. So I1 is the first one, I2 is the second one, but I1 didn't look like I1, it looked like 11. I2 looked like 12, and so forth. So I had to change it to EYE. And sometimes, understanding things like that makes them a little bit easier to accept. That all illustrates how we are as human beings. We figure it out, we find solutions. We dream it and we make it possible because we're amazing. Hey, I don't know if I already told you this or not, but in Rhode Island, or as they say here, Rhode Island, the word G-O-T-T-A and G-U-T-T-E-R are both pronounced the same. The gutter on my house is the same as gotta go to the store. So that's why I chose to put iGutter as my title. You get it? It really means I gotta tell you the truth. Okay. So the truth is, we're all in this together. The truth is, you gotta figure out if you're with the program or not. And we'll talk about that more. So listen, if you're with the program, one of the important things is the message that we're sharing is that it's time to bloom. And a way that you can share that message is, you can look at some of the other kind of video programs that I have listed down below, some of the other presenters that I enjoy and get a lot of good information on that I can recommend. So those are down below. You can look at some of my previous videos because they are there for you. They are there for you to learn about me, so you can learn about you, so you can figure out what got you to this point, and then we can all figure out together where we're moving on to from here. So that's why you're here today, so we can do this together. So check out those, and share this video. So that's the perfect way for you to get started to help share this message. And it's so easy. Just share this video with a bunch of people, and they'll see how that works. You share it, they'll share it, and before you know it, there'll be a whole bunch of sunflowers tuning in. And it'll be a whole field of happiness that we create together. And so here I am with your message of encouragement. Because we're all in this together. See, picture, all this talk now about high vibration, expanded consciousness, the different energy that we're moving into. There's a lot of talk about that, and I can feel it, and I also notice lots of different things happen, lots of different things going on in my environment, lots of different attitudes that people are adopting. And one of the attitudes that we're adopting is the attitude of positivity, the attitude of optimism, the attitude of believing that things can be as beautiful as we imagine that we want them to be. And what it takes is participating in that. So if, let's say, you viewed the world from a far away perspective, so picture the world down there, right? And you can see me on there. Say I'm the only one on the whole planet vibrating, right? And my vibration is getting higher, and I'm getting more enlightened, and I'm enjoying life, and every minute's a happy minute, and I'm just vibrating away. And you see that little pinpoint of light, but you can see it doesn't have much of an effect on the whole rest of the planet. Now imagine if you started vibrating that same way too, because that's a choice, right? The existence that you want to live is the choice. The existence that we came out of or coming out of to the existence that we are elevating into. And that's the choice. So let's just say we had a whole lot of sunflowers. They're all vibrating at a high level. And they all start shining down on that globe that you're looking at from a very far distance. And what happens now, that little speck, that little spark, starts spreading. And the whole planet starts glowing, right? And we all start doing and being what we love. We start loving living. We start loving each other. We start getting along. We start finding happiness. And there's no such thing as too much happy. So we find reasons to contribute to it. And the way that works is you focus on that. It becomes a practice. Because for me anyway, it wasn't the way I was brought up. It wasn't the way I got used to, It wasn't, although, I got to say, deep down, I held some of those concepts. And I never really shared them with people, with normal people. But, here's another thing that I always felt. All my life, as far back as I can remember, I remember thinking, normal? Is that normal? Is that normal? No thanks. I don't want to be normal. Why would I want to be like that? Why would I want to be like them? Why would I want to think that way? Is what I always felt. I never said it. I'm saying it to you because I told you. I'm telling you the truth today. Okay, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Sometimes I'm not all that delicate with the way I present things, and I'm working on it. I'm a Gemini. So I can sometimes be sharp, okay? And I'm a sarcastic Gemini, so, you don't have to go far to figure out I can be sharp. And so if I get sharp, I'm not going to say I apologize. I don't really apologize, because if I get sharp, it's probably because it needs to hit home. And that's just the way it's going to be. And you'll get used to it. You'll get used to me. So anyway. Enough of that about my horoscope. The reason I came here today is to tell you the truth about where we're heading as a civilization, as a group, the whole group of us, where we're heading. Those who choose to head that way. I told you, I made a video earlier talking about the fence. I was on the fence for a long time, and I told you I was going to help you get off the fence. So here's one of the ways of helping you get off the fence. There's two different realities to pick from, okay? And one of them is the reality that we're used to a long time, and that we allow ourselves to sometimes get dragged down into. But then there's the one that might take a little bit of focus to switch over to, which is a little bit more bright and a little bit more sunny and a little bit more fun and a little bit more happy. And we could choose to head in that direction. And if we all choose to do it together, hey, look at all these sunflowers. Have you ever seen so many these sunflowers go all the way up that hill over there, and there's like millions and millions and millions of sunflowers here. And just like all the other sunflowers on Earth, not all of those are going to get with the program. And so the fence that some of us have been on is the fence of, are we going to get with the program or not get with the program? And either one is perfectly fine. Either one is entirely your choice, but you can't have both. One is get with the program, and the other one is status quo. Stay in the current existence. And that's not really the way we function as a race, right? We usually function in a way to improve ourselves, in a way to elevate, and that's where we're at right now. This is like the best time. We have been here through so many lifetimes, and really this right here, right now, is the culmination of what we worked for through all of those. It's to bring us right here, right now, to give us these options and to give us these opportunities, and we all have a choice, which one we want to make. Sometimes, it might sound easy. I get all excited too about, yeah, that's a great, bright, beautiful, wonderful world of blessings and gratitude and appreciation and love and caring and beneficence and compassion and all those wonderful things. It's a nice world. It involved making changes, getting out of my ruts, getting out of my comfort zones, walking the talk. That's the decision. That's the decision to make. And for that to happen requires a why. For me, it's to contribute toward happiness, because it can't have too much. There's no such thing as too much happy. So why not contribute toward it? The other why for me is you. I remember a world of competition. I remember a world of disappointment. I remember a world of hatred and a world of anger. I remember it well. And that has served its purpose. If you were with me yesterday, we burnt our little slips from the past, our little fortune slips. We burnt them up and we let the past go. So all of that is the past, which is what brings us to this point right here, right now, to this decision-making moment. Let's take a moment to breathe. I used to smoke for a long time, and I finally quit. Whew, what a story that is, too. I think I want to make a video about that one of these days. That was quite the adventure, I'll tell you. Anyway, the thing I missed most about quitting smoking was the breathing, because I discovered that what I really liked about the smoking process, because I hated the smoke, I hated the smell, my whole life, as much as I smoked, and I'm talking about many, many years, I always hated it. My husband Sid, who was a heavy smoker, and I talk about him in a lot of my previous videos. I'll tell you a lot of stories about him over there. But he used to say, "What's wrong with you? How can you hate smoke?" Because I'd be going like this. His smoke would be coming. I'd be going like that. He'd say, "What's wrong with you? You're a smoker. You can't hate the smell of smoke." But I did. I hated the smell of smoke. I hated having it on me. And what I liked, what I missed about quitting, was breathing. So now I figured out, I don't have to have a cigarette hanging out of my lips to be able to breathe, to take a deep breath. I can figure out doing that on my own without the cigarette. And I do. And I love it. So, hey, let's do it together, okay? Because it feels good. And I love doing things that feel good. But, that's the whole reason why you want to discover who you are. You want to discover what it is that makes your heart dance, because that's a good feeling. And that's what we're in the process of, okay, of figuring out what makes our heart dance, because the more our heart dances, the better we feel, the higher we go to cloud 9,000 or whatever cloud we choose. Up there on cloud 9,000, things are generally pretty divine. And I have discovered that the way to find divine is to look for it. Look for divine and you'll find it. You know, I started this video series back in the spring, March. So it's 9 months ago, because now we're just entering December 2021, and so it's been 9 months. And most of my videos have just been sitting there. Occasionally they're viewed by somebody, 2 views here, 6 views there, and so forth. And then as time went on, I'd run into somebody at the store and they'd say, "Oh, hey, Ray, I saw your video. Oh, you did? Yeah, yeah, okay." This is the first time in 9 months, because now I'm doing a little bit of more of a push. Okay, now I'm ready to promote this, and that's where you come in, right? SHARE. So anyway, now I'm ready to give it a little bit of a push. I'm sending out the EyE series, and I got a message from somebody after the video I sent out yesterday, and it said, "Great video." And that's the first feedback I get back from anybody. At least the others didn't say it sucks, but they also didn't say it was, I didn't get feedback. The reason I bring that up is to point out that basically on this planet there's two different kinds of humans, two different kinds of attitudes, two different kinds of propensities. One of them is not so encouraging, and another one is more encouraging. One is optimistic, or not so optimistic, and the other one is more optimistic. One of them is not so uplifting, and the other one is a little bit more uplifting. And so that's a kind of like the difference between some heavy dark energy and some bright light energy. It's also the difference between the old world and the new world. See where I'm going with this? Hey, I'm glad you were here with me today. Catch you in the next one. Peace, love, light, and it's playtime. Create you.